Um, yeah, there was this hip-hop event. Actually, it was the first hip-hop event ever thrown by public radio station, I believe. Chicago Public Radio, and they threw this hip-hop thing at Victory Gardens Theater a few months ago. And, like, it was a big turnout. There was people from all over the city there. And there was a speaker who wrote this book called Bomb the Suburbs or something like that. And he was, like, talking about everyone finding their cause and, like, what is your thing, like human rights, women's rights, you know, Latino rights, whatever, like, and then finding a way to put them all together and be kind of working towards a common goal amongst the youth. Like, this is all like 20, 30, early 30s, right? So that was a really interesting event. I know that there had never been an event like that before. It was the first hip-hop one. And they had a lot of artwork, of Obama portraits, and more like political artwork, which I haven't seen before in Chicago. They had, like, Martin Luther King and, like, a lot of like historical figures that for the Black movement. So that was a good event, and that was just 2 months ago. So I think that maybe there is some change and less controversy.
Even here in the city, yeah. Well, I'm just okay. As a woman who was raised white in the South, my romantic kind of notion, and poetic, I suppose, when you were describing that scene, was the fact of many citizens in the United States being of multiple ethnicities is a real strong point for us. Because I see that it's very, very difficult for people of privilege to say no to privilege. Much harder. It's no fun being oppressed, but saying no to oppression is in some ways easier than saying no to privilege, you know, and getting it that the well-being of all is related to one's own well-being, and there's responsibility there. So, you know, I'm kind of reaching. That's what I mean. It's sort of a romantic kind of thing. But I'd also think that you probably have all sorts of, you know, we all have stories thrown into us by other people. And I just wondered, from your perspective, if you're seeing kind of a pathway for yourself, a better sense of, you started by saying, who I am is who I am. And that's a constant, even though I'm going to be making changes.
Well, I guess, well, I was in an article in the Tribune about being biracial and how that Obama being elected has made me feel. And I guess just the fact that, like, I was being asked this, and that I don't really think of myself as I am biracial, and I think for the first time, like, I'm realizing that that's how people are looking at me, as I'm biracial, and I have a certain viewpoint based on my race, and I never had really realized that before, like, that my skin color has like something to do with my viewpoint, whereas before I was just like, no, I'm Glenna, this is Glenna. But thinking, like, maybe I need to embrace the different parts of myself that make me Glenna, and I still haven't done that yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I guess this is the first time that I've really, really been like faced with the I am biracial aspect. People approaching me as like, oh, you're biracial, and you must have like a certain opinion because of that. Before it was like, I'm not white, you know, I'm not black, I'm not, that's how I viewed myself, and now I'm like, I am a mix. I don't know, it's really hard, but I guess what I would like to accomplish is to be comfortable with that, you know, that I'm a mix, and I want to learn more about myself and my culture, and I want to understand how that culture has affected who I am, and what parts of my beliefs and my upbringing changed my morals and my opinions about certain topics.